What up with you, man? Oh, in relationships these days, man, I think for what I've seen, man, my experience, man, we forget the relation. And to be in a relationship, it requires a team. You are not you are not meant to be competing against each other. That is for sure far fucking way how that a fucking relationship to go downhill, man. You know what I'm saying? You must work as a team, especially when y'all have kids, man. Especially in this day and age, man. You feel me? And the topics one that I often hear is that for some guys, may say that their woman has gained a lot of weight or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? When they first met, she was in shape and everything. But things have changed. Just, ever since they moved in, they had kids and everything, man. And one of the things I would like to see more people to be aware of is that when one of your partners is doing way more than usual, they're probably in survival mode or they're stressed. In this case, a woman has gained weight, you know, and because she possibly could be working, you know, and she has to take care of the kids, you know what I'm saying? And she's mainly could have been doing that on her own, while, you know, Pops, her man doesn't get home until late at night. You know what I'm saying? It's quite a few things to be considered, man. Is that when she's, doing that on her own, she's not going to have time to take care of herself because she's mainly considering the kids first. You know what I'm saying? So if if you're one of those brothers, man, who knows that your woman is stressed, take a step back and look at how life has changed for y'all too. And let's just say that she wants to work out, but she doesn't have the time to because she's exhausted as hell. She's stressed at everything. I understand that when two people are working inside the house, both of y'all could be exhausted or tired. But in some cases, man, if you see that your partner is stressed the fuck out and knowing that y'all got kids, take the time to say, hey, you've been doing this, for quite a while, for quite a while now. It's time for you to relax now. Both of us are working inside the house, and I would like to see you, more relaxed around the house because I see that you're stressed. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the kids. Dinner is going to be cooked, and their lunch is going to be made for tomorrow. Their homework is going to be done. I just want you to take an hour or 2 hours, whatever, to take care of yourself every single day. You know what I'm saying? That's just a scenario. Y'all could alternate. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful, because depending on where you live, especially if you live in the United States, like speaking of it, you live, up north, further up north from like DC and up, or California or Florida, It's expensive as hell. And some people out there are working 2 jobs, you know, but just be mindful. You know, both of y'all are there to make, your lives easier. You know what I'm saying? Because mentally you have to be able to function. Because you got to remember, if you have kids, those kids are dependent on you too, to give them the right guidance in this world. You know what I'm saying? So by all means, I'm not, telling y'all, what to do. I just, gave us, scenario. What you do with your personal life, it's up to y'all. You feel me? But if you notice that, all I'm saying is that if you truly give a damn, and I know y'all do, take the time to step back and see how much life has changed for y'all too ever since. Because we are here in this world to make our lives easier, man. I understand, I get the fact that one may be stressed out one day or the other. And from the moment you see that, you should want to step in. Because you got to remember, in a relationship, you are taking their best interests as your own. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. But continue to take care of yourself, man. We need each other in this world. I pay no mind to that bullshit about society, what society says about, we're independent. And no, I'm not, I don't bother, investing my time into that bullshit, man. We are interdependent beings. We're not independent. So don't get sucked into what society is trying to feed you. But I just wanted to say that a little bit, man. Just keep in mind, and continue handling your biz, man. And always keep your head up, yo. Till next time.